nuts, and salmon. When are you making
Hello. Cottage cheese. When do you read cottage cheese?
yogurt?
Yeah.
So yogurt, egg, nuts, and salmon. How does the salmon went into this?
I'm making salmon cakes. So,
I'm sorry, yes.
yeah, exactly. Anyways, I'm live on Facebook and YouTube right now. I'm having like issues with Instagram because sometimes I don't get this. I really don't get this. Sometimes it lets me put a title and sometimes it doesn't. It's just like magically not there. I don't get it. I really don't. But anyways, I had to exit out of the app, open it back up, and now it shows that I can uh, put a title to my live. Anyways, well, to those that are tuning in on Facebook and YouTube, welcome back to another live with me, Stephanie Rell. Today I'm just going to make something that I'm going to have probably tomorrow. We'll see. Well, I'll probably have enough for more than tomorrow, but so that's why it's a meal prep with me live instead of make dinner with me live, because we have leftovers again today for our dinner. So I'm going to finally go live on Insta. And today I have decided I was going to make my biscuit pizza. It's a new pizza. So with my food sensitivities, pizza has kind of been a distant memory for me. With the dough, I mean, I can have the dough. I guess my symptoms aren't as severe with the dough as is the tomato sauce and the cheese. Let's put it that way. But I do have some symptoms with the dough. But the sauce, last time I had sauce, I had chest pain. And I was like, oh, I don't like this. I don't want this to happen again. So I'm like, I can't touch that. And then the dairy, I just have GI distress. So think of all the kind of GI issues that you could possibly have. I have all of them. So anyways, so today I figured I will do the biscuit pizza another day because it's like a whole thing, and I want to actually eat it the day I make it because it's just great fresh. So I'm not going to meal prep it. So that will probably be like I don't know, maybe a day I'm making pizza for my family. So today I was like, you know what? If you look in my pantry, I have a ton of tuna and salmon canned. And I was like, I gotta do something with it. So I a while back, I used to make salmon cakes or tuna cakes. And I was like, you know what, I'm gonna make those again. So I have my salmon that I love this canned salmon because I bought other ones and they have the bones. And it's not fun eating those. So these ones are boneless, skinless, boneless, wild caught Alaskan salmon, 100% natural. I got these at BJ's. I haven't found them anywhere else. I mean, I'm sure there is, but I haven't really looked. But I like getting them at BJ's because they give you like a whole sleeve of them. I think it's like six of these individuals stacked together. So I just buy them in bulk. So, hi Melissa, how are you? Melissa does not like salmon in a can. Well, like I said, these are the only ones that I actually really, really like. They're natural, wild caught, and they don't taste bad. Not to me, at least. So let's get started with these cakes. I need to open the cans, of course. I forgot my can opener. Should have had that ready. And then I'm going to make almond milk because I'm down to like the last half a cup in there. So I'm going to make that as well. So I have all my almonds here. I have a ton. Another thing I buy in bulk. And yeah, we're going to make some almond milk. And my husband's going to enjoy the smell of fish. Oh. He does not like salmon. But he doesn't like broccoli either, and broccoli is so good. There are a few things that he does not like that I love. Although broccoli I've laid low on for the simple fact that it causes gas in me. Like trapped gas that hurts. Well, lucky for you, these are for me. Haha. Although Kiara might eat them off me. Because she eats everything I eat. Literally, the girl eats everything I eat. So this is what it looks like inside. So you can kind of have an idea, just in case you've never seen canned fish before. And I'm using 2 cans. They're each 6 ounces. And I'm just going to take a fork and mash it up. See my 2? Mash that baby up. Now you can use mayonnaise, but I personally am just going to use yogurt so I can get a little more added protein and less fat. So I need to get my tablespoon. In here somewhere. Does this reach? And then, so I'm going to put all the ingredients together and mix it all together like one big batter. And I'm going to form them into little patties and stick them in my air fryer. And that's it. Pretty simple. You can make it on the fly, meaning like if you need something quick to make, you can just make it and eat it right then and there, or you can meal prep it, whatever. It's one of those things that is just really easy to whip up together. Melissa. Well, like I said, originally it would be mayonnaise, but I don't want mayonnaise. So that's my substitute. So if anybody who's watching this wants to use mayonnaise, then by all means use mayonnaise. Okay, an egg. Not the best egg cracker. And then you can flavor it how you want to. You could do crushed red pepper. I'm just going to put some garlic, parsley, onion powder. Keep it simple. You've seen it all now. Well, you've never made fish cakes, I'm assuming, because this is not far-fetched. This is not like just something random I made up in my head. Fish cakes have been around for a long time. In fact, there's fast food places that make fish cakes. They're just fried and heavily battered. All right, so let me get my seasoning. So I said parsley. I said onion. Actually, I have a garlic and herb here. Maybe I'll use that because that has a bunch of stuff in it. And salt. So I'm just going to season it up. We've had crab cakes and clam cakes. Clam cakes is mostly like the dough. It's mostly flour. There's like very little clam in there. So they're good. They're tasty, but they don't put a lot of the clam in them. And crab cakes, I guess crab cakes are sort of similarly made like these, but of course crab has a total different taste to it. Again, I my seasonings. Literally, if it just covers the top, then I'm good. I don't really go too crazy, but I'm not like super precise either. Okay, so now that it's all seasoned, we can put some other veggies in it, like onions, and anything you want. Like I've done spinach in this, but I definitely want some onion. I like having onion in my canned fish. So you don't like even tuna, Melissa? No. All right, I got half an onion here. I'm gonna chop that up and then put it in. I'll chop it up really tiny. I do have Parmesan. Now Parmesan doesn't bother me, so I'm like, I'll put it in since it's okay. But I can't find my shredder anywhere, so I have to try to chop it up really tiny because I cannot find my shredder. I could always shred it in my food processor, but I don't really feel like taking all that out. And then you just need some breadcrumbs, flour and breadcrumbs. Oh, get out of here. Little fly trying to get in my food. Hi, Nicole. You have a new picture. I could see your little icon, and it's different. Nicole probably won't like this either because she's not a fish person. So I got two ladies on here right now that will not care for what I'm making right now, but that's okay. There's a lot of other people that watch, especially on the replay, that might like it. So just chopped up some onion, throwing that in. My eyes are burning already. That's the one thing I hate about onion. It makes me cry. Oh, speaking of my eyes and making me cry. So yesterday when I was chopping up the jalapenos to put in my my soup, like I forgot to wash my hands after because I wasn't like when your hands are physically dirty, like when you're cutting chicken or whatever. And so it's like wet or whatever, or physically like you see it dirty and you wash your hands. But cutting the jalapenos out of my mind, so I didn't even think my hands were dirty. And then I go to sit down and eat my soup and I go like this. Oh my gosh. When I say that burned like hell, it burned. I couldn't even open my eye for the longest time. Like for me, it felt like the longest time. It probably was like, I don't know, 5 minutes or so, but still, it felt like the longest time. I was so mad. I was like, I can't open my eye. I can't open my eye. But eventually, the stinging went away. Thank God. That was torturous. So, rule of thumb: if you're gonna chop jalapeno peppers, make sure to wash your hands after. And even still, after I washed my hands, I still felt it on my hands. So it takes a bunch of washes to really get it out. But yeah, these onions are burning my eyes right now. Whew. Seriously. Wear gloves? That's true. I could wear gloves. But I'm always like that person to just be in a hurry and do stuff. And then like I get distracted, like my children or whatever, and then it's like, oh, out of the mind. Oh, my eyes are burning from these onions. All right, I gotta figure out how to shave this. I don't know how. I'm gonna figure it out. What I do need to do is probably get a new, like handheld one. I had one, but with the move and everything, some things I just either forgot that I got rid of it, it broke, or I just put it somewhere and totally forgot where it is. So that's one of the not so fun things about moving. But I can't find that thing anywhere. So I'm just gonna try to chop this as tiny as possible so that it kind of appears to be shredded. What you made, Nicole? Red Blazer Day. Oh, you had a red blazer day? Oh, for today? Did you take that today? Is that like an election thing? Like the red and blue kind of thing? Or just totally, I'm left field and it's totally something else? Trying to deduce what you mean by Red Blazer Day. Or just like a random day. I don't think I did too bad with this, to be honest. I cut it pretty tiny so that it appears to be somewhat shredded. All right, that's it. All I have left is the breadcrumbs. Bread crust and a lemon, a little bit of lemon. And then we can form some balls. Yes and yes. Okay. Yes and yes for today. You took it today and it's representing your party, I'm assuming. I'm assuming that's the yes and yes. Anyways, we had a fun day today for the kids. In our homeschool group, they did a mock election poll for the little ones. And it was really cute because they set it up like exactly like the polls. So they had the table where they had them make like a voter registration card. And then from there, they go and get their ballot. And then they go to like the little private cubicles to cast their vote. And then after they were done with their voting, they put it in the ballot box. And then they got a sweet treat. And there was some games. They had face painting. It was really, really nice. So the person that put that on had a really great idea. And the ballots were obviously not exactly like the adults one, but they did have some like choices, some questions, depending on the age group. So Kiara, because she's only 4, her thing was like she had to vote for a mascot, like her homeschool mascot, and then what the mascot stood for. And so like it had a platform kind of thing. And it was really cute. And then for the boys, they're 7. So it did have the like president candidates that we have right now on it. But then it had like other stuff, like just random questions like what do you think the national food should be or the national sport? And do you think the voting age should be lowered to 16? And what was the other question? Oh, I can't remember now. There was another question. No, this was their ballots. The kids one. Today. I'm talking about the kids, not adults. Trying to remember what the other question was. No, I can't remember. But anyways, it was really cute, really fun. They had a good time. And then we got a welcome to the neighborhood coupon from Domino's. So we went to Domino's afterward and they got a free pizza. And then they gave us coupons for this place called Scooters, which is kind of like a, I don't know, smoothie shop meets coffee shop. And they got smoothies. So it was a fun day today. We did some homeschooling and then we did that. And then I came home and literally it was just right before I had to come live with you guys. So, all right, here's my little batter, and I'm gonna form my patties and throw them in the air fryer. Let's form some patties. Do-da, do-da. You laughing, Nicole? Why are you laughing? What's so funny? I'm funny? Anyways, so today's topic, I wanted to talk about what really motivates us to... I think that's edible. Let me see. Yeah, but it's super hard. I don't think you should eat it. Yeah, it's edible, but it's hard. I don't want you to like let that slip down your throat and choke.
It dies?
Could, but I think it's safe to not eat it. All right. All right, here we go. We're making some little patties here. What was I saying?
Mommy, what are you doing?
Mommy's live.
Mommy,
You want to say hi?
hi.
Let me see.
No,
They can't see you. Come on.
No.
1, 2, 3, up. Now you can say hi.
No, hi.
Hi. What?
No unicorn to feel.
No unicorn what?
No unicorn to feel.
No unicorns in this video. No unicorns watching us either.
Get one Tuesday. Unicorn is up here.
Yeah. Whatever she said. Mwah. All right, let me finish the live, okay?
And I like unicorn.
I know you love unicorns. Everybody knows you love unicorns.
Yeah, the always gonna love unicorn.
Yeah. I want to try to make these patties like the same size.
We the one go who love unicorn.
As I was saying, wanted to talk about like what truly motivates us and actually keeps us not only staying on the course, on the journey for our weight loss goals, but what also gets us to that part of maintaining it and not putting it back on. And one of the things that I've had to really work through throughout my life, and in the beginning I had no clue. I just knew what I wanted and that's it. And we have to kind of look past that initial want, like I want to be X amount of pounds. I want to be in X size jeans, or I want to look skinnier than that person, and look past that and the deeper reasoning for why you want to lose the weight. Because the materialistic, not that you can't want to be in a certain size jeans or that you can't want to be a certain weight, but that's not what sustains you. That's not what keeps you getting past the pain, the pain of keeping your routine, going to the gym, eating a certain way. Like that's not going to keep you motivated to keep building that discipline, to keep doing it, to eventually get to where you want to be. But it's actually what it does for you in the end. And so for me, initially, it was the materialistic thing. It was, I want to, look the way I used to and fit in my old clothes and all that kind of stuff. But as I kept working on myself, and like I said last time, like really getting to the root of why I was on this kind of like endless loop, I didn't realize that what losing the weight actually did for me. And some of the things that it did for me was I had more energy. Before, man, I can remember so vividly when I was taking my health coaching course, I had to have a accountability buddy where we practiced on each other, like coaching each other. And I remember just like crying to her and be like, I don't think I could do this. Like, what am I doing trying to get like a health coaching certification, thinking I can help people when I'm constantly drained, constantly exhausted. Like, I hadn't lost my weight yet. I went into taking those certifications because it was a desire, but I still hadn't lost the weight at all. And I was struggling because I had little babies too at once, and I was drained, I was tired, I was depressed, I was miserable, I hated myself, all these things. And I just remember that day just telling her, I was like, I didn't believe that I would even be where I am today. Past the weight loss part, but the whole like working with other women to help them on their journey. I never thought I would be where I am today and how many people I have impacted already. But it wasn't until I realized like I had more energy. I actually wanted to do the things that I didn't want to do before when I had the weight on. And I got my I don't know what's the word to use, more my oomph, like my passion. I got my passions back. I wanted to be with people. Yesterday I had mentioned like I didn't want to be seen. And now with this, with the fact of me finally losing weight, what it did for me was actually want to be around people again. Like, go figure. Who would have thought? And then be a better mom. Like, how many of us want to be a better mom? I think everybody does. And we can get into like that mom guilt where, we think we're not doing the best for our child. Maybe we lost it. And then we're like internalizing what happened and feel like the worst. And I could have done this better. I'm not doing my best for my child. Like, I've done that so many times. Like the many times I've screamed, raised my voice, got angry, acted in a different way that I shouldn't have. I was more moody when I was in my head struggling about the weight. How many can relate to that? And I was so upset because I didn't want to be like that, but I just didn't know how to handle it. My emotions were like through the roof. I mean, yes, do hormones play a part in it? Sure. But it wasn't just that. I wasn't taking care of my body right. I wasn't eating right. I was eating all the wrong things. I wasn't moving my body at all. I wasn't getting sleep. Ladies, please get sleep. It's like the most important thing you can do. And so I was constantly fatigued, constantly a mess with my emotions. And I hated the way I looked. Thank you. Mm-hmm. I hated the way I looked. And so when I started the weight loss journey, I didn't have the end in mind as far as like who I would become at the end of it, like how the journey would transform me, my mind, my spirit. I just had in my head, I want to lose this amount of pounds. I'm going to get to this next weight, this next, what's it called? Pant size or dress size. And, but like I said, it's funny how God works and how he shapes you through like the ironing and refining process. We hear about it in scripture, how, that refining like of a diamond, how a diamond becomes a diamond. It takes a lot of pressure and it goes through this process to actually become this beautiful diamond. The same thing in us. And so that is how I was able not to necessarily start, because I didn't later, but to keep going, to keep running the race, to keep trusting God, to keep pursuing the things that I desire. And there is where it led from that initial materialistic goal to a mental health goal to a spiritual goal, and then living in my purpose, my God-given talents and calling. And so what I would like for you is to really evaluate, what is it that's really going to move the needle forward for you, that's going to keep you grounded in your goals, so that you don't quit on yourself, so that you don't stop trying to achieve this weight loss result, that you're not on this hamster wheel going back and forth and causing yourself so much frustration and overwhelm. Maybe you're feeling burnt out from work, from kids, from spouses. It starts with that bigger why. It's kind of like the why behind the why. So that's what I have for you today. I'm going to stick these salmon cakes. This is what they look like. I'm going to stick them in the, the air fryer. It made 6, 7, 8. And I'm probably going to cook them for about 15 minutes. Yeah, 15 minutes on 400. And I'll probably turn them over, get them nice and crispy on each side. And could eat it just like that, eat it in a sandwich or dip it in something. But anyways, that is my meal prep. I am going to make the almond milk. I don't want to every time I've done something with the blender, it takes a while. So I'll just explain what I'm about to do with this real quick and then I'll hop off. But I'm going to use about a cup of almonds to about 4.5 cups of water. Put a little pinch of salt. If you like your almond milk sweetened, you can put a little sweetener. I don't like it sweetened, so I'm just going to leave it as is. And then I'm going to blend it in my blender with the water for about 5 minutes. After that, you strain it. I have a really nice strainer for it that I bought on Amazon. I might do a YouTube video for this recipe. I think that'll be helpful for you guys because a lot of you are curious about recipes. And on the lives, honestly, I can't do, I could tell you what I'm doing, but I can't like start writing off recipes and things that I have from my head. It just doesn't work. But I do have a YouTube channel where I do share recipes. So I think I'm going to do the almond milk on my YouTube channel for Saturday. All right, sounds good. All right, so if this has resonated with you and you really feel like you're on the hamster wheel and you really want to discover your why behind your why so that you can stop this yo-yo dieting, stop gaining, losing, and really take the right steps forward and keep the weight off for good, not go back, I want to invite you to my Drop 10 and Keep It Off 3-day event that's happening November 18th at 7 p.m. Eastern. If you're interested, just comment below in the comments, 3-day event, or you can send me a DM and I will send you the link to sign up. It's going to be a really great time. I don't want you to miss it. So if you're interested or if you know someone that can benefit from this, then send them my way. And that's it. I hope you all have a great night and I'll see you tomorrow for our next live. Bye.